Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of my trip to Nashville. I'm gonna head start with some really good breakfast at Biscuit Love. I've heard so much about this place, so let's see if it lives up to its hype. Following that, I'm gonna be visiting the Parthenon, and I have the farmers market here as well as the Grand Old Opry. It's on my list. I'm excited to visit the Gaylord Resort because I've heard it has really good Christmas decorations. So there's a lot on the list for today, and while I want to cover all of it, I also want to enjoy the places that I like and spend some time outside. And so let's see how many of these places can we visit. And also all of these places are a little further away from my hotel, so these are not the places where I'm going to be walking. I'll just take my car and drive down to all of these places. So let's go. Okay, so I'm all set and I'm excited to get behind the wheels again. I have mounted my camera so you can see a little bit around the city while I drive to Biscuit Love.
Your parking ticket.
Turn right onto exit 209B now.
So here I am at the Biscuit Love, if you can see behind me, and there is a queue, so I wasn't to my surprise. Probably coming early in the morning, like 7 a.m. would be a good idea, but nonetheless, you can always expect queues at Biscuit Love. But I'm really excited to try their southern style breakfast. I'm a big fan of biscuit and gravy, and this is 100% homemade biscuits, so let's see if it's worth the wait.
So you could show me home, found love better than I've ever known. So now I know that I can say you are exalted above everything on the earth that I've seen. Cause I know that my dreams come alive in the love that you promised to me. I'll keep singing your praise and you know I believe. Even when I'm done.
So after about 45 minutes of wait, I am here and I have all the good food in front of me. But the serving is really fast, so it's just the amount of wait you have to do in the queue and not after ordering. So you can take that into account. So let me just give you a little bit of info about the place. So Sarah and Carl, who were the founders of this Nashville-based Biscuit Love, started with a food truck. So they had a humble beginning, but after a huge success in the consequent years, they started their first brick and mortar store. This is where I am, in fact, in the Gulch neighborhood. And it's been 8 years since then, and they already have about 3 stores in Nashville area. So let's just go and dig in the food. I'm really waiting for this hot biscuit. So I am super hungry and I love having lavish breakfast. So I ordered quite a few things on the menu for myself. Starting with the biscuit, the original simple plain biscuit, as well as they have a Brussels sprout salad, just for some fiber for the day. So this is what I have on the plate. As well as, how could I not try the biscuit and gravy? So I have biscuit and gravy as well. And something which is very famous over here are their fried biscuits, which they call the bonnets, and they have really nice icing, so it looks definitely tempting, something for the dessert as well. So I just finished hogging myself with all the biscuits I had at Biscuit Love. It was definitely unique. It was more crunchy from the outside and soft from the inside, so it was a unique taste. Besides that, what stood out for me were their bonnets. They were out of the world. They were really tasty, so I would definitely come by and stop at Biscuit Love. The queue and the lines could be a little overwhelming sometimes. As you can see behind me, there's still a huge queue. So if you do not have a lot of time on your plate, then I would also suggest you to just place the order and take it away. The taste will be absolutely same. So that's also an option that you may have. I also got myself a little poster as a souvenir to go. So definitely this is a place you should or must visit when you're here at Nashville. Now let's go to our next stop. I'm gonna make a stop at the Parthenon, which is the exact replica of the Parthenon at Athens. So I'm gonna immerse myself more into the culture and the art side of Nashville. So let's go have a look.
Used to think I could do it on my own, but I'm never alone, no.
So here am I at the Parthenon, Nashville. So as you can see behind me, this Parthenon stands proudly in the center of the Centennial Park. This is a full-scale 42-foot replica of the original Parthenon at Athens, Greece. And time and again, people have wondered as to why do we have a Parthenon here at Nashville, and I was curious about the same. So I did a little bit of digging around and found the most convincing answer to be the fact that it represents the traditions here at Nashville. It also portrays Nashville as the center of ideals for art, culture, education, and obviously music. So do come around if you want to appreciate the architecture, visit the museum inside, or you can also just immerse yourself into the nature and peace and calmness here at the Centennial Park. This would be definitely a good getaway from all the hustle bustle at the Broadway street as well as the jazzy neon lights. So you can just have a picnic down here or just immerse yourself, walk around and enjoy the Parthenon as well as the park.
Outside yourself when you have all of the world inside. Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Okay, so I haven't visited the original Parthenon, but I can just imagine how massive it would be because this one's really huge. If you can see behind me the pillars. This is a full-scale replica and it's just doesn't cease to amaze me. It's definitely capturing the architecture and the beauty of the Parthenon.
Say, why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside? Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world? Say, why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside? Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
So I finally arrived at the farmers market, and as you can see behind me, this year-round market provides retail space to farmers, artisans, non-profit as well as small businesses here at Nashville. This place has a huge variety of local food producers, crafts, some lessons as well as chef demos. So there is something for everyone around here. It can get also easily confusing as to what to purchase, but there's a trick. I would just go around, look at the entire market, see for myself what suits my taste as well as appetite, and then make a selection. So I'm really eager to go around. I'm also gonna visit indoors and see the food court inside, and let's see what it has in store.
I was lost, and all I need is room to grow. I'm coming home to put a flower in your hand. But you should know, ain't no place I'd rather be instead. Sometimes I feel alone, you know it's me and my guitar. Looking up the darling stars, singing where we supposed to go now. Ruthie, little lady, tell me what you mean to me. And I'll build a house in Byron Bay, if that's exactly where you'll be. I'm coming home, put a flower in your hand.
So after driving about 25 minutes, I am here at the Grand Ole Opry House. The Grand Ole Opry is a weekly running stage concert here at Nashville that founded in 1925 and is a 1-hour radio barn dance on WSM. Currently, it's owned and operated by Opry Entertainment, and till date, it has been the longest ever running radio broadcast in the US history. The stage claims to connect its musicians with the lovers and fans, and also captures the past, present as well as future of country music. There are essentially two ways where you can experience this Opry House. Number one being to attend a live concert, and that you can do so by purchasing tickets for about $80 to $150, and the second way would be to taking a backstage tour, and that's just probably $35. So I'm going to go ahead and take a backstage tour to quickly get a glance of the auditorium. I won't be able to take a video inside, but definitely go about and experience this stage for yourself. There are also multiple places around this area that you can visit on your trip to Opry House. For example, the aquarium as well as Madame Tussauds. So this could be a great visit when you're here at Nashville.
You were always in it for the long ride, even when it felt like it's a long drive, even when it felt like...
So after the Opry House, I just walked around and came here to the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center, and it's absolutely amazing. It's a festive environment and Christmas celebrations are already in order. On one hand, I can see the ice tubing, and on the other hand, I can see kids and families ice skating. I can also hear some live music, so I am absolutely just enjoying this environment. Very Christmassy at the moment. I came here to visit the gardens, which I'm gonna go about and visit in a few minutes, but until then I'm just soaking myself and enjoying this Christmas vibe.
There's water rising in the basement, and I'm too afraid now to go and face it. I tell myself that.
So I'm finally inside the Gaylord Resort and I'm visiting one of its very famous gardens. This hotel is massive. It has about 2,800 plus rooms, but the most amazing aspect of it is the gardens that is inside. As you can see, the entire surrounding is full of numerous plants as well as trees, and I'm a huge nature lover, so I love anything where I can find greenery. So I'm just ecstatic about this garden at the moment. The entire space is fully AC covered, so you can visit it at any time of the year, and I'm just gonna go around and have a look. But you can also take a boat rental tour and take a tour around this entire hotel and resort. So yes, this is as big that you can take a boat rental tour. But let's go around and let's visit this garden even more.
And it'll work out on its own. Now I'm scared that I've been wrong. This is it, boys. I think we've made.
So right now I'm in the Delta Island, and you can just look around me. There's waterfall as well as fountains inside the hotel. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm just awestruck. Have a look.
Anymore. There's a mountain in the distance. There's a storm cloud, but it shouldn't miss us. I'll keep my head.
This is so huge. I am just awestruck. This is mind-blowing. There are multiple different garden areas where you can walk around, and I'm currently in the Cascades area. There's the Magnolia area as well as the Delta that I visited before. There are numerous amount of coffees and cafes here and there, but I am just looking at the inner rainforest architecture, and wow, we have a cave in here, and it's just beautiful inside. Let me show you around. There's a fountain just right out of this cave. Inside the fountain. And luckily there are all the Christmassy decorations here, so I can see some really good lights. Looks like all the rooms that we have here at the Gaylord Resort faces one or the other garden. And I am sold. I'm definitely gonna come about and stay in this hotel next time I'm visiting. Until then, you can see how beautiful it is behind me. That's the fountain right behind me, as well as a few of the cafes. It's so massive. I'm still amazed. So this was my end of the visit at the Gaylord Opryland Resort. I had immense amount of expectations with this place, but definitely it exceeded my expectations. I should just promote it in my list of places to visit at Nashville, definitely. So today was a big day. I visited the Biscuit Love in the morning as well as the Parthenon, and then visited the Opry House, and now the Gaylord Resort. So I'm gonna go back to my hotel, just rest a bit, and probably go and listen to the music at the night. But that's it for now, and see you again. Okay, so hi everyone. I remember when we seed off, I was mentioning the fact that I was gonna go home and call it a night or attend some music, but an important part of the day was missing, and that was dinner. Some really good filling food. I was missing a lot of Indian food now that I'm traveling, and that's why I thought let me just go back and have some comfort food, and that's why I'm here at Bombay Palace, an exquisite Indian restaurant. There are quite a few good Indian restaurants in Nashville as well. For example, the Chatables as well as Chauhan. But I came here and I selected this place. The menu is quite elaborate. I have ordered the vegetarian dish or the thali. So let's see how the food turns out. So after finishing that dinner, which was delicious but spicy, I am back in my room for the last night here at Nashville, and I'm already nostalgic. Even though I'm still in the city, I'm feeling sad about leaving it tomorrow. But I think it was a really good trip. I was able to visit a lot of places. I saw and experienced the sound of Nashville. So I'm definitely gonna come back here with a bunch of my girlfriends for a bachelorette, hopefully, or with all of my friends for another trip to Nashville. But in any case, I'm gonna go take some rest, get some sleep because I have a lot of driving ahead of me tomorrow. I'm just gonna probably visit the Broadway Street again just to see it one last time, as well as just go around the downtown one last time, drive around downtown one last time. But this will be my last night here at Nashville. See you tomorrow on our road trip back to Bloomington, Indiana. Good morning everyone. So this is my last day here at Nashville and I'm fully packed, as you can see here. So I'm ready to take my road trip back to Bloomington. I'm definitely full of sorrow because I have to leave this amazing, marvelous place, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna be coming here, visiting here soon. So I hope you had a good time just looking at Nashville or just experiencing Nashville from my own lens. And definitely do come visit Nashville and let me know in the comments how your experience was. Until then, see you again. Keep watching my vlogs as well as keep subscribing to Indian Girl Who Travels. See you again.